Alrighty. Anyway, what an interesting exchange has happened in chat with Cam being timed out back and forth so many times. Anyway, now we can actually afford some other things here. If I turn this off, who is missing a weapon that they could very much use? Raphael, you are missing a... Wait a second. You're missing like an axe or something. Oh, more support conversations. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, I can put away the stuff that I don't need there. Like all the rusted things. Don't need them. Don't need them around here. What, Carvia? Keku. Let's see here. Let's put that away. Okay, now, who? Oh my goodness. I'm pretty sure we saw most of these support conversations last stream anyway. So if I recognize any of them, I'll just skip them. But I mean, yeah. Okay, who is missing things? You are missing an axe that you could use. Is what you are missing, Raphael. Let's just get you a steel axe. Wait. Oh, bye. There we go. Who else might be missing something? No, I guess just... Well, I guess we could get Happy a weapon here. Would I do a sword or a lance then, methinks? Sword, it looks like. I just consulted my Excel spreadsheet. Okay, let's get you a sword. A sword. Alright, let's view some more support conversations, how about? And if I start recognizing any of them, I'll just skip them. Oh, this is gonna be a new one.
Hey there, Claude. Where are you headed? If you need some extra muscle, count me in.
No thanks. Not much need for heightened security at the monastery. Well, most of the time, anyway.
Ish, I can take a hint. I'm just trying to help you out. The way I see it, can't do better than cozying up to thee, Claude von Regan, future leader of the Alliance.
You can get as cozy as you like, but I don't think that'll lower the price on your head.
Couldn't hurt. People trust you. They trust the folks you run with. I could use a little trust in my life.
So you're hoping this newfound trust will trick more people into lending you money? Yeah, count me out. You know, fighting debt with debt won't work, right?
Just as well. If you mess up leading the Alliance, their plan's a bust anyway, so count me out, pal. By the way, Claude, are you really the heir of House Regan?
Yes? That's my current understanding anyway. Why do you ask?
I've never heard any talk of the last Duke Regan leaving a son behind when he died in that accident. Duke Oswald the Old. Your father? Tall tale if you ask me. And if that's not the case, then who exactly did you get your Regan blood from?
Look at you figuring things out all by yourself. Sorry to say the true story isn't all that interesting. I was born to an offshoot of House Regan. When my crest manifested, I was accepted into the ruling bloodline. That's all there is to it.
Nice try, but I'm not buying it. House Regan produces dukes and leads the whole of the Alliance. Not having an heir is a matter of life and death. Any relative with a crest would be accepted immediately. But no one even knew you existed until fairly recently. It's fishy, Claude. Remarkably fishy.
I think I've finally figured you out. You're working for Lawrence, aren't you?
Here's what I really can't work out. Duke Oswald's only daughter, Tiana, whatever happened to her? I met her a few times when I was a kid. She was a great lady. A real looker, too, let me tell you.
I see your mind was just as pure when you were a kid as it is now. How'd you even cross paths with her?
As the legitimate heir of a minor noble house, I got a pretty decent glimpse into high society. Lady Tiana was something special. The stuff of dreams, really. And one day, she just vanished. Poof. Gone. I'll never forget hearing about it.
Wow. So you've had a particular interest in older women since way back when. Sorry, go on.
When my old man told me, I cried buckets. Even Holst lost it.
Holst? As in Holst the Indomitable Alliance General? Huh. I never knew that.
Yeah. And after a while, I heard a strange rumor. Some say Lady Tiana left to live in a far-off land. Once I remembered that, the rest fell into place.
Right. Say, have you considered minding your own business? Isn't that enough of a handful as it is? If you want to have a real discussion sometime, bring me facts, not a bunch of tired gossip. Deal? Anyway, Teachy's waiting for me at the training ground, so I better get going.
Nice try, Claude, but I'm on to you.
Well, that sure was an interesting support conversation right there. I guess I'm glad that I started the Golden Deer route after the DLC came out. So thank goodness for that, I guess. Let's see here.
Meat is the best. Veggies and fish are great too, but there's nothing like a good cut of meat.
May I join you?
Hey, Lawrence, you here to eat? It looks like you barely grabbed anything.
Please, this amount will suffice for me. There's no need to compare our portions.
No wonder you're so skinny. My little sis eats more than you. Come on, have some of mine. You need it more than I do.
You offer me half-eaten scraps? The nerve! With manners like that, even a nobleman would be an absolute disgrace. Have you no dignity?
You're pretty touchy, huh? It's probably just because you're hungry.
Raphael, please, do you mind? I cannot enjoy the simple pleasure of a meal in these conditions.
Why can't you enjoy your meal? You don't like what's on the menu? You wait here. I'll go to the kitchen and find something tastier for you.
That won't be necessary. Please, just let me eat. In peace. Alone.
I don't think you get it, Lawrence. Nothing goes with a meal better than good company. If leading the Alliance is your goal, you should really try eating with other people first.
I'm afraid I fail to see the connection between leadership and dining.
If you want to be a leader, you have to know how to get along with different types of people, right? If you really want to get to know someone, all you have to do is share a meal with them.
Quite the contrary, unfortunately. It seems the more time I spend eating with you, the less likely we are to become friends.
The more you eat with someone, the more you learn about them. Their likes, their dislikes, you know? You might get some of their food that way too. You can eat more and bulk up. All that talking made me hungry again. I'm gonna go get seconds.
What an absolute bother. But I suppose he does have a point about observations of character at the dinner table.
Well, what a legendary support conversation that was. My goodness. Alright, looks like there's one between Ignatz and Hilda here.
Hey, Ignatz. Sorry to keep you waiting. Ready to start cleaning?
No, that's all right. Actually, I'm just finishing up.
Oh, it's true. Look how tidy everything is. You've done such a marvelous job. I'm glad I didn't get in your way.
Thank you very much. So anyway, you can go now. You were talking to your friend, right? I just have some things to put away. It's okay. I can manage without you.
Oh, Ignatz, I thought I saw someone earlier. That was you, wasn't it? You know, I'd have been willing to help. You could have just said, hey, let's go and clean.
It's all right. You were having a conversation. I didn't want to sneak up like I was eavesdropping, and really, I didn't need help.
Oh, Ignatz, you darling. You're so considerate. Thank you so very much.
Glad to be of service. I'll start putting all this away.
Not so fast.
Well, what's the matter?
Aren't you overdoing it? Don't you think you might be taking on too much,
Oh, I didn't expect to hear that from you.
Let me give you some advice. It's true that I like to delegate as many tasks as I possibly can, but when someone helps me, I make sure to lavish them with praise as a reward for their hard work. So, then we come out even. On the other hand, look what almost happened just now. You did all that work for me, and I almost missed it. Now, where would that leave you? With no praise, no thanks. You'd be losing out.
Personally, I'd prefer to lose out, rather than inconvenience someone else. For instance, I'd have felt terrible for intruding on your important conversation earlier. Consider the negligible loss to me versus the major inconvenience to you. Personal loss is always going to be the better choice, right?
Huh. Well, if that's how you feel, then I'm not sure how to convince you otherwise.
Strange support conversation there. Anyway, hello Lila Popolo, if I'm saying that correctly. I'm probably butchering it, considering I butcher names all the time. We still have several support conversations to go with here. Oh, or to go through here. Several of which are the Abyss characters here. We're still only just starting out this save file, so there's kind of a bunch of support conversations to go through.
Oh, Marianne, there you are. Lysithia, what's all this commotion? What's happening? There's been an accident at the training grounds. A spell gone amok. Come on, we need all the help we can get over there. Oh no, but I don't know how We could really use your help before things get out of hand. Come on, hurry! I don't think I would be much help. Oh, for the goddess's sake! You won't know unless you try, will you? Don't decide you're of no use without even giving it a shot. Fine then, forget it. I'll go on my own. You can just stand here and stare at the wall. I'm sorry. I can't do anything right. Oh, perhaps I took it too far. Hey, Marianne, do you have a minute? Listen, I'm sorry about all the stuff I said earlier. The situation was urgent, and I'll admit I wasn't thinking clearly. I shouldn't have been so callous. I hurt your feelings, didn't I? No, it's fine. I'm the one to blame. Huh? But hey, are you sure you're all... I'm the one who should apologize. All I did was get in your way. You would have made it to the training grounds much sooner if I hadn't slowed you down. Huh? Wait a second. It's all my fault. It's always my fault. The accident was probably my fault too. You're being so... negative. I don't know what to say.
Strange way for that conversation to end there, I gotta say. And poor Marianne there. My oh my. Hilda can support with... Oh, looks like we got C unlocked with Byleth then.
Hilda, be a dear and spot me some gold, will ya?
Slow down, Balti. You can't be asking for money without so much as a hello. You're kidding, right?
Kidding, yeah. Thing is, I was deadly serious. I don't joke about matters of gold.
Your request is denied. You didn't used to be like this, you know.
I get the feeling you don't mean anything good by that. But come on, I'm the same as I ever was.
No, you used to be dependable. Like that time in the woods near Folin's throat, you remember?
Thinking. You sure that was me?
Yes. I had told Holst I wanted to go on a walk in the forest.
Holst never could tell you no.
Few can. Anyway, when the three of us got there, a horde of monsters appeared. I started wailing.
Then what happened?
My brother started hitting one of the beasts with a wooden sword. You hoisted me over your shoulder. Holst told you to get me to safety even if it killed you. So you ran the whole way from the forest to the estate with me on your back.
Ah, I remember it now. Toughest run of my life. I was so exhausted I threw up about a month's worth of lunches afterward.
And then you turned right around and started running back. You said, I've got to save Holst.
A good thing, too. Holst was moments from winding up in that thing's stomach. Had to slam into it, then Holst and I kept punching till the deed was done. Truly a fight to remember.
It was impressive. especially considering you were just teenagers. When you came back, you were just bruised boys in tattered clothes. But to me, you looked like heroes. And now, here you are, a scrounger who can hardly open his mouth without nagging me for money. What happened to that brave little boy who saved me from a monster?
Wow, way to shame a guy. I feel awful. But I still need gold. Can't live without it in this cruel world.
Oh, come on. We both know that when you have money, you drink or gamble it all away. But I suppose I could ask my brother to help pay off your debts, get you back on your feet.
Don't you dare speak to Holst about this. He's a close friend. I'd hate to ruin what we have by borrowing gold.
Oh, but you have no qualms about using his little sister? Figured I'd be an easy mark, is that it? Unbelievable.
That could have gone better.
I don't know why it stays on a black screen for like extra long after some of these support conversations, but not any of the other ones. Anyway, want to play the DLC? It looks super interesting. Yeah, I definitely enjoyed my time with the DLC side story. Like, now is my first time experiencing like the DLC characters and such in an actual regular playthrough. As for the DLC side story, I'm really glad that it's like a short side story instead of like another 70-hour JRPG like all the other routes are, essentially. So I'm glad I didn't have to work that into my schedule somehow. But probably one of my favorite parts about it was the difficulty, honestly. There's only normal and hard instead of maddening mode. And hard classic difficulty is actually insane. Like, because it's a shorter side story, it just gives you units that are like, this level, they start at like level 20 or something like that. There's only a couple classes that they can change in between. So unlike the main game where it's like your party could be in so many different places by the time you reach this story, unlike the main game like that, the DLC, the developers know roughly about what you should have by the time you reach that chapter. So keeping that in mind, they designed hard mode to basically be darn near impossible, but with what you have, but still very possible, like keeping in mind that that's what you have there. Like, man, the one chapter where you had to escape in a certain amount of turns, that one freaking destroyed my brain. That was insane. It really pushed me to the limit of my tactical thinking. Like, if I find it here, if I actually find it here, that escape chapter was the hardest one in the entire thing there. Like, one of the hardest Fire Emblem stages I have ever played, honestly. Let's see if I can find it here, actually. Let's see if I can find it from way back. Let's scroll to the bottom of this playlist here. Where is the escape thing? Where be it? Oh, here it is. It's an hour 41 minutes long for the one chapter, apparently. If I just mute it here. So let's see here. Where is display capture 2? There it is. So, okay, it wasn't even that bad then. It's when we started getting into the next area here that it started getting crazy. So you had to get everybody onto like this area down here. And every time you had somebody get through the threshold up here, another enemy would spawn. And it just became like a torrent, a wall of enemies, and you only have like at this point like 4 or 5 turns or something. Like, okay, 7 turns. It's been a little while, and at that point you had 7 turns to make it there without, you know. Look how many people wanted Claude dead the moment I select someone there. Everybody wants to murder Claude, and everybody can one-shot or two-shot you. Like, my strategy became holding up over here in this kind of corner for a second, and then we just barely managed to get out like on the last turn that it was allowed. So yeah, when it comes to the DLC, hard classic mode, it's not impossible. They design it in such a way that it's like very difficult with what you have, but whoo boy, does it ever push you to your tactical limits if you play on hard classic mode. Like, my goodness, it was a wacky time, I gotta say.
The Myrmidon.
Ha! Suit yourself. My gut says the odds are in favor of that mercenary. He's clearly a seasoned Yeah. Right when I open my big mouth, he goes and loses on me.
I win. Again. Had enough, Balthus?
Damn you, you've won every round. The fights are rigged. Admit it, it's the only explanation.
Of course they aren't. It's not like we're playing for money. We wouldn't be so foolish now, would we? You're the one who started this silly game anyway. So out with it. You lost. Spill the beans. It has to be juicy, though. Something that leaves you a bit vulnerable.
Why did I agree to these stakes? If this losing streak keeps up, you'll know an awful lot about me, pal. Let's see. Okay, got one. A few years back, I went toe-to-toe with the bird beast in some ancient ruins.
This one again? You obliterated the ruins, and the Lord who found out put a price on your head. You've told me 1,000 times before.
Good story bears repeating, yeah? But it seems I'm all out of anecdotes. How about I take my shirt off and let you look your fill instead? 2 full minutes.
Oh, come now. As if I'm interested in seeing your sweaty torso for the umpteenth time. If you're fresh out of stories, then I have a question for you. About your crest.
Hit me where it hurts, why don't you? Is this your idea of negotiation?
Perhaps. Or perhaps I'm simply curious. Tell me, how did you come across such a rarity? To my knowledge, nobody within House Albrecht has your crest.
Why ask what you already know? You got your own rare crest, so I'm sure you figured it out. Unless you think the goddess gave us these things while we slept. Wait, do you?
Hey now, I'm the one winning the bets, so I'm the one asking the questions.
Got me there. Hey look, the next round's starting. My luck's about to turn around, I can feel it.
Let's do you a favor and call it good here. No need to embarrass yourself further, friend.
Even if I'm terrible at this, I can't walk away during a losing streak. I have my own sort of honor.
All right, Balthus. Check out those 2 myrmidons.
The 2 who were eating together earlier. Huh. Who knew they were opponents?
I kinda figured. Thoughts?
Well, that one's pretty beefy. Quick on his feet too, clearly a seasoned fighter. His opponent's okay, but a bit showy. Compensating for being newer at this would be my guess.
So, make your choice.
Thank you. First guy, no doubt about it. You can see from a mile away that he lost. Wow, that was quick.
Not everything is as it appears. For example, were you and I to go at it, perhaps you'd bet in favor of yourself over me, and you'd lose. I'd use my cunning to ensure my victory, by any means necessary. Maybe I'd slip something into your food, level the playing field. You see now?
Point taken. I'll keep that in mind for this next one. Gotta put that great advice to the test, right?
Ever the bold one. It seems we must continue these games until you finally concede.
Getting a whole bunch of new support conversations here then. So it looks like the last one's between Yuri and Constance. And yeah, you can definitely get other people into the Abyss classes there. Like if we, oh, I guess I can't show the classes here at the moment. But I'm pretty sure we have 4 of them right now, Abyss Seals, that allow you to change into the Abyss classes there. Yeah, Abyssian Exam Pass, apparently, allows a unit to take the certification exam for an unusual class, can only be acquired in Abyss. So I currently have 4 of them, because each of the DLC characters came with one when I recruited them, but I'm not actually sure how to get more. It says they can be acquired in Abyss. I'm not sure what the level requirements are to going into the DLC classes, but I don't know, something to find out going forward then.
Yuri! Halt! How dare you make me run all over the monastery?
Calm down. That was all on you, shady lady.
Shady? You know full well I'm sensitive about that. It's as though you wish to be incinerated. What I mean to say is, all shall be forgiven when you do my bidding. I know.
know. It's an honor I don't extend to many. You have the rare opportunity to aid me in realizing my dream. I shall rebuild House Nouvelle. Nobility will be mine again, and the glory of my esteemed family will once more reign supreme.
Blah, blah, blah. Restore House Nouvelle. Blah, blah, blah. Will you just stop? You're making my ears hurt. I am but an insignificant and beautiful creature. Surely there's nothing I have to offer for your plight.
Your facade does not fool me. I know you for what you truly are. With the nobility's backing, Western Fodlan's underworld is yours. Everyone has heard whispers of the savage mockingbird. That is you they refer to, yes? Your time would be better spent laying the groundwork for me to reclaim my title. I envision you using your connections to apply pressure on the nobles in Enbar.
Right. So say I indulge you, that I agree on this killer bird you speak of. What I offer comes at a high price. You do understand that, right, milady? How exactly do you intend to compensate me?
But what greater compensation could I offer than to play a part in restoring House Nouvelle?
Restoration of houses does nothing to put food in my stomach.
I suppose, but rest assured that upon my return to power, you shall be suitably rewarded.
Let me cut through the mud here. You're broke, and you'll pay me after you get what you want. Wow. I love how irresponsible you are. Refreshing.
Then what would you have me do? I have nothing to bargain with now. No status, no wealth.
Perhaps rather than turning to a killer bird for help, you should be bound before the nobles or some such. Get down on all fours and lick their boots. See what that'll get you. Perhaps you're too prim and proper for that.
Lick their boots? Is tonguing their footwear likely to sway them to my cause?
My work here is done.
No, I was not through with you yet. You come back here! Hey!
Alright, so Cam, you're saying you want a freaking 60,000 second timeout to make up for like how many times earlier you redeemed the 10-minute timeout? Well, freaking 60,000 seconds, huh? Well, timeout Cam 27, I guess. 60,000. Bam. See you in 2.5 hours, I guess, Cam. I might not even be streaming anymore in 2.5 hours. Have fun not being able to talk in chat for probably the rest of the stream, I guess. What was I doing? Were we playing a video game? Oh yeah, we have a seminar to do. My goodness. Well, we can learn some lances and stuff. We can maybe learn some... Oh, is my light glitching out back there again? Oh, it is. Dang it. I really need to replace that light back there. I am so sorry about my light. I installed those lights like almost a year ago now to help make the stream better, and now it's just making it a mess. It's funny considering the light that's on the other side there that you can't even see with this normal angle works fine, but that one there glitches out like all the time, and I can just see it in like the reflection of my monitors here and stuff. Anyway, what do we want to learn here anyway? Oh, axes and brawling might be good, especially for those that I have focused on axe to get the wrath skill and such. I see Cam sending me a whisper now. You fool, it's 16 hours and 40 minutes, got more than I paid for. Apparently Cam just got timed out for more than was redeemed. So apparently now I am the fool. All right, let's do the seminar here. All right, yeah, you can teach us, Alois. Teach us about axes and brawling. My oh my. Well,
the glory of progress.
Well, isn't that something, huh?
I'm still growing.
Still got room to grow.
What a stream this has been, huh? Whoa, wacky time. Motivation increased. Yeah, GG easy. Cam's been timed out for more time than was bargained for there. Oh, it's Mercedes' birthday. Okay. What am I gonna call this episode? Rapid timeouts? What, someone wants to talk?
Hey, Teach. Glad you can make it. We've been waiting on you.
It seems the knights have our foes cornered. They are in Xanadu, the Red Canyon.
It's bandit time? That sounds like real night work. Let's get to it.
I'm itching to put my skills to the test as well. We have to win so Captain Gerald can see how much I've learned.
I thought Gerald wasn't coming with us. Either way, I'll give it everything I've got.
Look how pale Lorenz is. Holy crap.
Even if I go, it's not like I'd be of any use. That's enough of that. If we don't work together and give it our all, we are doomed to fail. You can be pretty intense sometimes, Lysithia. But I agree. Let's do our best.
Everyone is so eager.
If we fight half as well as we chatter, we'll be fine. Come on, Teach. Lead the way.